My husband disappears exactly 1 minute to midnight every night, to where you will be shocked when you find out, because I was just as gobsmacked. Story time. When I used to date him, I never actually stayed over at his house. So I've never actually experienced this. When we got married, the first few months was lovely. Everything was fine. Then after that, I started noticing that he wasn't there early hours of the morning. I would wake up to go to the toilet and he's not there. I would wake up to go get a glass of drink. He's not there. And I was wondering what was going on. One night I woke up and I saw that he wasn't there. I went around looking around the house. He wasn't there. But I noticed that the front door was left slightly open. Then I went back to bed. He returned back the next morning and I asked him where he had been. He looked at me and said, "You must be dreaming because I was next to you all night." I knew very well that this isn't true, because this isn't just the first time that this has happened. So I decided to investigate because I didn't know what was going on at this point. Anyway, I pretended to be asleep. He came in, he went to bed. Exactly 1 minute to midnight, he stood up, walked straight to the door. It was as if something was controlling his body. It was as if it wasn't himself. I saw a completely different man to the man that I am married to. Anyway, I decided to follow him. He walked straight for a couple of minutes. He never looked around. He never, turned around to check. He just walked straight as if something was carrying him and not himself. I followed him. He went through these houses and then into this dark, narrow way. I didn't even know this place existed. Then I had to put my lights on to follow him. And guess what? When I looked up, I didn't see him. But I turned around to go back. On the ground, I saw this glowing sign on the ground. And something within me said, "Don't step in there." I quickly moved back. Then I ran back home. I went to bed. I couldn't even sleep. And I woke up only for him to be next to me. When I woke up in the morning, he was fast asleep. I just went down to the kitchen as usual. I stood there for hours, but this time it felt like there were certain things following me. I felt like there were people following me. You know, when you sense like figures in your presence. I could hear heavy breathing. I didn't know what was going on. Then he tapped me on my shoulder as if nothing happened. He smiled and kissed me and he said, "Good morning." I made him breakfast. We sat there and we ate. But this time it was unusual, very quiet, but he still maintained his smile. Then he asked me, "You followed me last night, didn't you?" Still smiling. At this point, I stared at him blank. I didn't even know what to say, what to do. I quickly went to the bedroom. He came in and we started chatting. He asked again, "You followed me last night, didn't you?"